This is a McLaren 650S. Ultimate McLaren 650S. Can you start the car for us, please? This is actually my first time being in a McLaren.
The law of the street. It says maximum 60 k's or maximum 100 k's or maximum 120. But they never ever said how quick you can get there.
Would you ever get a Lamborghini after this? Or still sticking to McLaren?
And then I'll go take you in a few, well not take you but show you around all the new cars there. And anyone says something negative to you, like a simple thing, you're fat, use that to motivate yourself, to prove to yourself that what they're saying is rubbish. When I was told I was fat, I weighed 112 kilos at one stage of my life. I was fat. And then I said, no, I'll show everyone. I was 24, I was broke, had nothing. I was 30, I had nothing. I had a toolbox, blue toolbox there. So never look at other people as they've got this, but I don't have it.
Hi guys, my name is Tony, and in today's video, guys, we are reviewing the ultimate McLaren 650S, and it's worth about 3 or 4 million rands, and it's a 2015 model, but we're still trying to find out if it's still worth buying. Please make sure you watch the video to the end, subscribe to my channel, and also again comment down your thoughts. Still buy this car if you have the money to buy it. But anyways, I'll see you in a few seconds.
Motorsport, Waldo Motorsport, and I do every Tuesday night a live show where I talk about what racing's coming up, what's happening in our racing and all that there. Like on Tuesday night I went on, I'm sure I've got about maybe just me talking about 11,000 views.
11,000 views live.
Everybody wants to be just doing things for supercars. No, that's why when we put the word out we're coming to Pretoria, that's how all of you, I mean, look at the turnout. But, must remember something, there's nobody doing what you're actually doing now, starting with supercars only. You're not doing a supercar segment, right? So, and if I end up taking you to McLaren and you can do a few segments there with different cars, you can run them after each other, maybe a week after each other, and it'll look like you're just doing supercars, and then you will spike big time.
And I'll be able to get more cars.
You will spike big time. Yo, it's not even showing me the amount of views now anymore. Why?
Trophies, so do you also race?
Yeah.
We used to race.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
my
lot
one.
more trophies in the house.
The BM I race endurance with. The Lotus I race sprint races. I've got an M2. I've got an M3 46.
441,000. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Oh, I can see over here.
Which one is more between YouTube and Facebook?
Facebook, white people. YouTube, everyone. So I have to stick to Facebook with the white people with the racing, because most of them are on racing on Facebook. Most of it. Black people, Instagram. Colored people, Instagram. I'm colored, by the way. Yeah. Okay, that was Tuesday night. 10,300, 10,400. This was Tuesday night, 11th of November. When was 11th of November?
It was
2 weeks ago.
yes.
11,500. Must have been 18. Yeah, this was last Tuesday night.
You posted this one. Damn, 1,000. Damn.
2 weeks ago. When we came there that Sunday to Pretoria, the Saturday night we landed from a tour with McLaren's only.
You did mention that there were cars.
McLaren tour.
Yeah. Doing a thing for McLaren. It's a spa of mine. Bogart. I'm sponsored by Bogart as well.
That's your
With
spa.
clothing. Yeah,
Oh.
that's my spa. Sponsored by Bogart.
How did you manage to get the Bogart sponsor?
And then this is me, National Motorsport in Mzansi, our racetrack in Benoni. How did I get sponsored from them? I just walked in there one day and I just said to the owner, I said, who's the owner here? And he said, actually he's here from overseas. And I said, can I see him? Why? I said, I just want to see him. And by chance he walked in there and he said, Daisy. And I walked up to him and I said, sir, you want to put your clothes on TV? He said to me, what do you mean? I said, I'm going on TV tomorrow night with the Motorsport segment on Ignition TV. Dress me up And he said, sharp. And from there, that's 3 years ago. Everything comes with time. The more you do things, the more, I think when you interview more higher end people, you're more under pressure. So, you know, for you, nothing happens overnight. Everything comes with time. Even myself, the first time I also do interviews and stuff, but for Motorsport, I go out to people and I interview them and I talk about things for our Motorsport. And if you go onto YouTube and you Google my name, you'll see all the stuff I do. You know what? It goes according to money range. So you can buy a McLaren of 30 bar, then you must compare it to a Lamborghini of 30 bar. If you take a McLaren like mine, that you could pick up between, say on an average of 3 million, okay? Then you must compare it to a supercar that's of 3 million. And I can tell you now, there's no Lamborghini that will catch me in my price range. Never ever.
Because they are more expensive.
No, you get a Lambo in my category, but it's not turbocharged.
Oh, this one. Oh,
That's twin turbo. V8 twin turbo. It's all V8 twin turbo. I'll take it.
Oh, so this is the one.
It's a race car, yeah. You see inside with racing seats, racing safety belts, the whole work. This is also a racing car. Proper racing car.
This is a McLaren 650S, ultimate McLaren 650S. It's a 2015 model, but still looks good, bro. What's to say? Like, I think it still looks good. I don't know much about the car, so we're gonna ask the owner to tell us more about the car. Why choose a McLaren? Because, you know, there's like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and you chose a McLaren. What's so special about the McLaren?
All right, let me tell you, I didn't do my homework about it, okay? I was actually looking for a Porsche, and I was looking high and low for a Porsche, and I said to one of my daughters that's in business with me, I'd like to get a Porsche. And she says, yes, it's time you get one. And she was busy negotiating a deal for me for a Porsche. And I went to Melrose Arch the day, I think it's a week before my birthday last year. And I'm walking around in Melrose Arch. I had to go look at armored cars for a friend of mine, a price and whatever. Getting there, I saw, oh, here's McLaren across the road. And I walked over there and I looked and I said, yo. No ways. I pick up my phone, I phone my daughter on video call. I say, check this. This is what I should be driving, not a bloody Porsche.
Okay. I understand. The McLaren is much better looking than the Porsche.
I think if you park a Porsche and a McLaren in front of a school, in front of a mall, in front of anywhere, there'll be 10 Porsches all in the mall. There'll be one McLaren in the whole area. Okay. And that's what makes the McLaren different. So there's very few of them. And I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
look at this, man. Come on.
It's a 2015 model, but it still looks good though.
2015.
Yeah. And it still looks good.
Now the thing with a 2015 like this is 650. Power-wise, they come out with 640 horsepower. There's a few tricks you can do that I've learned now over this last year. And you trick your computer a little bit. You just fool it, and then it ups everything on the car. And then you make about 750 horsepower. With the exhaust pipe done, full exhaust. I've got a full titanium exhaust at the back. I've got stainless steel in the front, the downpipe. And yeah, it goes...
The exterior of the car.
Yeah.
Also, I think this is like a pearl white.
Yeah,
kinda.
This is pearl white. If you'd seen my car when we came back from the tour, this front part here, this was grey. It was grey of a stone chips and the dust, because the speeds we were doing with so many cars, it throws up so much dust that like it sandblasts your car in the front. Even this, I painted this last week.
Oh, you did?
Because it was damaged. I've got that PPF on, you know, the plastic covering, damaged right through the covering. So I repainted that and I repainted that in the bottom, the spoiler or the splitter.
But I think this is carbon fiber, right?
Yeah, that's carbon fiber, yes.
Do you think like making a car less weight makes it faster?
That's the thing with a 650S. They came out lighter. So they just on 1.3 tons. Okay? If you take a Golf like that is 1.4. This McLaren with the V8 twin turbo is 1.3. When you're talking about weight, like you saw my Lotus inside there, that's 600 kilos versus 400 kilowatts.
Okay.
Here you're looking at 750 horsepower with less weight. If you take an M5, what does an M5 weigh? 2.5 tons.
Yeah.
It weighs double this car.
It is.
You understand? So that makes the difference on the McLaren too.
So it makes it faster.
And then your aerodynamics, your kit, everything. Look at this car, man.
Yeah.
See. Come on, man.
Okay. Okay, I just wanna, like talk about more like the exterior part of the car, Okay, even like what does this represent,
Okay, so you got your intercooler inside there. So if you look at your door going inwards, it will scoop up lots of air and take it onto your intercooler there. Your intercooler keeps your air cold for your engine. The colder the air, the more the power. Brakes. Look at the size of brakes on this car. It stops on a ticky, man.
I see.
It's got
and it's the
6-spot brake calipers in the front with massive discs. I don't even know how many inch disc that is, but it's a hell of a... That disc is the size of a rim of a normal car.
It's a four-wheel drive, right?
No, it's two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive.
Okay.
My engine sits in the back and it's rear-wheel drive.
Let's also talk about the back, two exhaust.
Yeah.
But it's very loud though. V8 twin turbo, right here, right? All covered in carbon fiber.
This car, I think, has the most carbon fiber that you'd ever find on a 650 in South Africa. It's got the most carbon fiber on it. Inside the car's full of carbon fiber. The door panels on the inside is full of carbon fiber. So everything was made lighter on this car. If you look here, this is all carbon fiber here. And carbon fiber is it's 10 times lighter than normal fiberglass or metal.
Okay.
And then your car is aluminium. Some of a car is aluminium, some of a car it's not carbon fiber. I can't even remember what it's called. Aerodynamics, when you say how long is the car, aerodynamics is two different things, right? I know you have to learn a lot about sports cars still. You're still a young man, and it will come over years, and then you'll know exactly what specifically to talk about, but I'll teach you, don't worry. So aerodynamics on the car is when you're going into the wind, and it's how the air is coming over the car and pushing the car down to the floor to keep it there. If you start in the front, look how sharp the car is in the front. Okay, so your air is going to go over here, it's going to go down, and you see the part of the wing standing up. That pushes the back of a car down as well. It gives downforce.
Okay, I understand.
This part here all gives a downforce. It pulls the car down. On the doors, you'll see it goes inward, so your air comes here, and it will go in here into another intercooler there. It's got another cooler in the front in that vent and another cooler in that vent that side. Okay. So that is aerodynamics on the car.
Do you think that the price of the McLaren also is going to go up?
Always, because there's not so many of them around. There's very few of them around. I think in South Africa, there's about 25 650s. 720s, there could be, talking under correction, maybe 30. And then you get an MP4 12C. There could also be about 20, 30. So there's not a big amount of McLarens around, and that makes it exclusive now. If you talk about a guy buying a BMW M3, can you compare M3's looks to this?
No, you can't.
Never, right?
Yeah,
so go and Google. When you put this out, go and Google. If you bought a M3, how much would the installments be? Okay? The cost of having this car is nothing, because you don't drive it every day.
Okay.
You see, these cars you pull out once a month. I don't. I pull my car out every day. Okay. And if I don't pull it out every day, I come and look at it every day, because I just mark it stucken.
Okay, I understand. Oh, so you don't drive the car every day?
No, you don't drive it. In no sports car you drive every day.
You pay so much money for a car, and then you still don't drive it every day?
Obviously. you're going to have other cars that you use every day that you work with. Okay? So like I got a double cab I use most of the time to tow my race cars, to go to the racetrack, to do what I have to do. Or you see in the Mercedes I drive when in the evenings or whatever. But when it comes to a Sunday, you pull your McLaren out and then you just go for a lekker cruise. This is an investment. This is an investment. So you don't want to damage your investment, although I love driving it all the time. If I could drive it every day, I would.
Can you tell us more about the interior too?
Very basic. Everything is basic in this car. If you see, it's carbon fiber here, carbon fiber here, carbon fiber on my center, carbon fiber over here. Your console is very basic. It's not fancy with those big screens and all that there. No, everything is basic. Get in there and I'll get in there and I'll show you. So, I know you're going to look for where's the key. This is the key. There's no piece that you stick in anywhere.
You just
leave this down here. And that's your start button. You always just tramp the brake and you start it there.
Oh, it does have sound system.
Yeah, it's got a radio and it's got, there's everything there. But it's all small scale. This car is about speed, it's about power. Drive, neutral, reverse, finish. That's it. And then you got your paddle shift here. That's where you change your gears. If you want to use it in manual, that's where you use it. And that's it.
That's it. This
the
is so
seats
simple.
holds you tight. It's like racing seats, so you don't fall around. And yeah, it's next level.
So, do you think it's easy driving a supercar? It's
You know,
easier.
the problem with people buying a supercar and not knowing a supercar, the speed and the power is so much that you're bound to make a mistake and smash the car. So you're better off actually going to learn how to drive a supercar before you buy one. You must learn how to drive it because they're really fast. And you can't just get into it and think you're Superman behind the wheel. That's not going to work. You're going to bury the car.
Is this the first one though?
No, this is my second McLaren.
Okay.
It's not my first, my second.
What was the first one?
It was the MP4 12C, the model before this. And I went to McLaren one day with the MP4 and it was for service or something. And the guy said to me there, come and drive the 650. So I said, I like my car very much. I don't want to buy a 650. Are you crazy? He says, no, I'm asking you to drive it so you can just feel what a 650 feels like. So the 650 is lighter. It makes about 100 horsepower more than a 12C or 50 horsepower. I don't know exact figures there. And when I got into this car to drive it, I didn't get out of it. I left my car right there and I bought this one.
Can you start the car for us, please? This is very cool. This is very cool. This is actually my first time being in the McLaren.
Oh, really?
To be honest, any supercar that's driving besides the Ferrari 458.
458, yeah. One thing you must know of supercars or any car basically, you always warm them up properly. You never drive them hard when they're cold. Because you need all your components to be nice and hot and nicely lubricated. Your oil temperature and your temperature of your components in your engine must all be the same heat, and that's when you can only go, and that's when your car will last. That's your driving modes, okay? So this is handling. So that's sports handling and that is track handling. So it changes the whole car, it will drop the whole car down. This one is for power. That's sports power, and that's not turbo power. That's track. Okay? Once that is there, then you push that one to activate it.
What's the track for? I don't know.
For track racing. So we're gonna race around the racetrack. So another thing is, look, I can't go speeding in the streets here. But in our rules of the street, okay, the law of the street, it says maximum 60 k's or maximum 100 k's or maximum 120, but they never ever said how quick you can get there. So we can get there quick to 120 and then I have to back off. Okay, you understand? And that's something where you could just feel a bit of a power of the car. But yeah, we'll just warm it up nicely first.
Okay, I have that.
Yeah, there's so much trees here in Sandton, and the roots go under the streets, and then the tar starts lifting up. certain brand, you're not going to get me to go to another brand. Even if I find something that's faster than this, I'd stick to this and just make this faster. My warranty will lapse end of February next year, and then I'm going to upgrade my computer and do everything I have to do to get this car to make 1,000 horsepower. People ask me, would I trade it in or sell it and buy a 720? No, I wouldn't trade it in. I'll keep it, and one day when I have the money for the 720, I'll then buy one. But right now, no. I'm still enjoying this and loving it. Take you through the shopping mall and then you hear what it sounds like in the underground parking. What do you think of the car?
I really like how the interior is like, it's very simple, you know.
Very simple, yeah.
And it's very fast and loud.
Going like that.
Oh.
You know, I'm only allowed to get to 120 or 100 or whatever it is.
Oh.
Imagine you keep your foot flat. It's absolutely lovely.
I don't know what to say even now, because I'm a bit shocked, you know. I don't know
expect
yeah,
power.
I didn't expect it.
Look at this pothole here. If you hit that pothole with this car, your rims are gone and your tire. And then it's going to cost you money. So always with the supercar, take out the insurance on your rims and tires, eh? Never ever be stingy not to take it out, especially with our roads these days in South Africa.
That sound. Oh.
If you were driving a Porsche, you'd never get the attention you get of a McLaren.
Yeah, true. Because we've been seeing a lot of Porsche every day.
Yeah.
So it's a normal thing to see them now.
And the thing is, I'm not running a Porsche down, eh? A Porsche 911 Turbo S is damn fast. It actually gives me a hiding until 250, and thereafter only I can compete with it. So I'm not running a Porsche down, but there's just so many of them around that people who tend to look at a McLaren first before they look at a Porsche, just because there's so little of the McLarens and the unique shape of it, you know. McLaren South Africa, and then I'll go take you in a few. I'll not take you, but show you around all the new cars there, and speak to my favorite guy, was Sean there, the salesman and manager, and he's got a wide knowledge about McLarens, and he can tell you a lot more about all the different McLarens you get. But whenever he looks at my car, he just says, geez, what did you do to that car? What did you do to that car, is what he says always. Anyone says something negative to you, okay? Like a simple thing, you're fat or you're useless. Use that to motivate yourself, to prove to yourself that what they're saying is rubbish and you can turn it around. So never let someone say to you something that will make you negative. Turn it into a positive always and make yourself the best of who you are at the end of the day. And you'll see, when people say things to you in the future, you're no good, wada. Prove to them, prove to yourself that you can better what they say all the time, and use it as a motivation for yourself to turn it around. That's one thing you kids must remember.
Have ever somebody tried to turn you down?
Many times in my life.
Many times.
Many times in my life, I couldn't do a lot of things. Starting with motor racing, I had to prove that I'll come out at the top. And people pushed me down. I worked harder and harder to prove that I'll beat anything. When I was told I was fat, I weighed 112 kilos at one stage of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I was fat. And then I said, no, I'll show everyone. And I just done what I had to do, go to gym, motivated myself. So anything people say to me, some person said to me when I was very young one day, that it was a person in my life that said to me, you know what, you'll never become a businessman, you're nothing actually. And I said to myself that day, I will prove one day that won't have one business, I'll have a few. And I proved it to myself that I can do it, not even to that person. And today that person looks at me and says, oh my word. So yeah, use all the negatives as a positive. Don't ever take it as a negative, and you'll see you'll go far in life. I was 24, I was broke, I had nothing. I was 30, I had nothing. I had a toolbox, blue toolbox there. That's what I had, and I was a mechanic. I was actually a gearbox technician. And when I started doing gearboxes, I made sure that I'll build the most gearboxes, I'll build the best gearboxes. And then I just climbed levels. And then when I went into racing, when I could afford to buy me a race car and I went into racing, spotted someone doing importing when we raced against guys from overseas. And then I went over and I started importing. And I just started growing. So never look at other people as they've got this, but I don't have it. Motivate yourself. Wake up every day and push as hard as you can. And also, you know what? Never ever go to work and say, earning 1,000 rand a week, only give 1,000 rands worth of work. 10,000 rands worth of work for your 1,000 rand you get, and you'll see what will happen. That's called investing in yourself, because somebody will spot you and they will grab you and they will take you somewhere else where you'll earn 3,000. And if they don't see the value in you, next person will see the value in you and you'll grow from there. Just like this that you're doing. Push. Never chase the money. Chase the success in what you're doing, and the money will follow.
I think the best business is to get into in our age. It's never been
This thing that you are doing, kid is doing. Every kid thinks they're the best YouTuber. The kid thinks they're the best mixing music. Second kid thinks he can mix music. The next one thinks they can sing. And then you ask them, what is your passion? And they say, my passion is singing. They sing so badly. And their parents and their friends around them said, hey, you're good. And they're lying to you. Because now you're passionate about something you're not good at. How in life? You'll actually just stay with your whole life. So when you're doing something and it's working for you, push. And you'll see at the end, you'll come out at the top.
So there's no best business.
There's no best business. No ways. There's no ways. How? Okay, could you be a mechanic?
No.
I could be.
Yeah.
And look where I am today. You understand? So I can't tell you what's the best business for anyone.
Okay.
Different folks, different strokes. Different folks.
Okay.
That's what it is.